Good afternoon, my name's Rachel Foster and my company is Layers and Lemons Cake Design. Good afternoon to everybody, hope you can all see me. Welcome to my kitchen. This is where I make all my cakes from my home kitchen. I just want to start by giving you a little bit of background about myself and then I'm going to give you a few tips on choosing your wedding cake maker, and then I'll show you some of the designs that I've got with me today. My cake journey really started when I studied at Leeds City College, 2 certificates in cake decorating. I studied my level 1 and level 2 ABC certificates, and that was a few years ago now. I did that as a hobby to start with, and then I decided to start my own business. I work from a home kitchen. My kitchen's been accredited by Leeds City Council with 5-star hygiene rating. I also have my level 2 food hygiene certificate, and I've got public liability insurance, so that's something that some of the venues will request of some suppliers. Just to go on to give you a few tips, if you're just starting out on your journey to pick suppliers for your wedding, I know it's a complicated process at the minute with all the delays and cancellations, just to help you through with a few tips on how to choose your wedding cake maker. The first thing I would say to you is it's always good to choose someone who reflects your own style. So if, for example, I would say my style is probably quite elegant, if I may say so myself. I like traditional, but maybe with a modern twist. It might be that you're looking for something that's more character driven, a character style cake with a lot of cartoon characters on. So just bear in mind to choose someone who reflects your own style. And also somebody who is budget compatible. It's quite important. The next thing I would consider when you're choosing your cake is the venue where you're getting married. Obviously, if you're getting married somewhere like a castle or a very large elegant hotel with a large reception room, if you chose a single tier cake, this may get lost a little bit in the corner of the room. You might want to choose something with a few more tiers. But if you're getting married in, for example, a local restaurant, or barns are quite popular now, you might want to choose something with a more casual style, so that's something to bear in mind. Also, I would also make sure you taste your wedding cake before you choose a cake maker. It's important that you not only like the look of the cake, but you like the taste of the cake as well. That's something that's a little bit difficult at the moment with the COVID-19, because a lot of cake makers can't invite people into the homes, but I will let you know what I'm doing about that in a few minutes, because there is a solution to that at the moment. If you have a particular theme for your wedding and you want your colours to match with your bridesmaids and your colours to match with your flowers, and you want the colours running through, that's something I can incorporate into your wedding cake. I always advise, when you go and see your cake maker, to take some pictures, for example, or maybe a swatch of material from your bridesmaid dresses, just something that can give me an idea of your colour scheme. Because with the best will in the world, there is quite a lot of different colours of pink, there are a lot of different colours of shades of lilac, blue, so it's best just to have some pictures or maybe a mood board to share with your cake maker. The number of wedding guests that you have can also influence your cake. I would tend to advise to cater for between 75 to 85% of your guests. It's quite popular at the moment to have your wedding cake on display right to the end of your evening do, so that all your guests can see your cake. And pretty much by the end of the night, people will be quite well fed, so you'll find that not everybody will want a slice of wedding cake. So 75 to 85% is probably a good number to cater for. Also, if you want your wedding cake as a dessert, you probably want to cater for 100% of your guests and make sure that everyone has a slice. I would also advise to check for any added costs. The prices that I will give you when I show you some of my cakes will be the full price, and the only addition to that would be any delivery costs that are in excess of 10 miles from where I live. Portion sizes. If you choose a fruit cake, a 1 by 1 inch slice would usually be sufficient, but most people would probably choose sponge cakes now, and they are usually catered to a 2 by 1 inch slice, but most venues will know about that. But if not, I do provide that information with your cake on delivery to your caterers. Just a little word about the use of flowers on wedding cakes. A lot of people will see wedding cakes advertised in magazines with all sorts of flowers thrown at them, all sorts of fresh flowers. Fresh flowers can be incorporated into your cake, but just be careful that you don't use any toxic flowers. For example, a lot of the popular wedding flowers like hydrangeas, lily of the valley, calla lilies, are not suitable really to be tucked in your cake. So you just want to bear in mind that when you're choosing your fresh flowers. If you're unsure, have a conversation with your florist and your cake maker, and they'll be able to advise you on that. On that matter, I just want to show you a cake stand I have. This is a good idea for somebody who wants to incorporate fresh flowers. Just get rid of that for a moment. Bear with me. Oh, I'll pull this over. I need some extra strength this morning. This is a beautiful cake stand. If you want to incorporate some fresh flowers into your wedding cake, you can have these are actually artificial flowers, but you can actually have fresh flowers arranged underneath your cake, and then that takes away the necessity to have them actually tucked in your cake. So that's a lovely idea. So that's one of my favourite cake stands. Cake flavours. I've got a number of popular cake flavours that I have. I'll list them for you, but if there's a particular flavour that you're interested in that you don't hear me mention, and you're interested in using me, just tell me about that and I'll try and arrange that for you. But mainly my flavours are vanilla, lemon and lavender, lemon with rose buttercream, rich chocolate fudge cake, caramel, ginger and orange, chocolate cherry, red velvet and white chocolate and raspberry. Oh, someone's got a question. Are your sample boxes ready? Yes. Thank you, Alana. My sample boxes are ready. As I said, at the moment we can't have people in our kitchen, so at the moment I'm offering a cake sample box. I'll just show you this. This is my cake sample box. If you want to book a wedding cake at the moment, I can deliver this out to you with up to 6 flavours in there, and with each flavour you would get 2 sample sizes of cake, for up to 6 different flavours. Those are £20 at the moment. Usually my cake samplings are free of charge, but as I have to send these out, these are £20, but if you book a cake within a month of having your samples, then you will get that price knocked off the price of your wedding cake. So in effect, they will be free. So that's the way of getting around our situation at the moment. I'm just going to show you some of the cakes I have with me today, and this will give you an idea of my style. The first one I want to show you, if I bring it in from the side, I like to call this my cascading frame cake. Just move it forward so you can see. This is actually hand painted on the front in this panel with cocoa butter, which sits really nicely on the sugar paste. So you can paint a cake as you can a piece of art, really, in effect, and have anything on there. And then it's got this beautiful Rococo hand-painted frame, painted in gold. And I don't know if you can see his little butterfly here on the side. That particular cake is a 3-tier cake, a 10-inch, 8-inch, 6-inch, and that's priced at £360. So like I say, you can pretty much have anything painted on a cake. This is just another example of some painting I've done recently on a board. There you go, you can see that. It's a lovely bunch of vintage flowers. So that would be nice for somebody, for a couple that might want something a little bit different on the cake, maybe in a vintage style. The next cake I want to show you, just to illustrate that you don't have to have all the same shape all the way up. So this has obviously got a square base tier, again in a 10-inch, and then the round tiers 8, 6 and 4. This one again has got the lovely Rococo moulding work. It's got a nice quilted base, and the 8-inch and the 4-inch on the top painted in a lovely watercolour effect. And then it's a lovely idea that's quite popular at the moment. If the bride and groom want their wedding initials on the cake, that's quite possible, and those are hand painted on there. And then you've got your beautiful David Austin roses on the corner here. That particular 4-tier cake is £435. The next one I want to show you is quite a modern style. Just drag that over for you. This is quite a simple, elegant style, and if you can see, it's got some wisteria just hanging down the side with some hydrangea at the top, and then it's got a lovely garden rose with a few more hydrangea on the side. And this is hand painted in a pink, like a peachy blush lustre colour here, and then it's got stenciled white lustre on the second tier down. And that cake is £395. Again, 10, 8, 6 and 4 inch. It's quite a popular size, is a 10, 8, 6 and 4. It caters to probably around 85 people. And then you can just turn your attention to the cakes behind me. If you're looking for something a little bit smaller, this is a nice, more casual design cake. We've got the nice gold drip coming down the side. I don't know if you can see that. And then on the top, it's actually real gold leaf on the top of this. And then with some petals cascading down the side. Obviously, real gold leaf doesn't come in cheap, so it does add on to the price a little bit. That 2-tier cake is at 8 and a 6 inch, and that's priced at £215. And the last one I want to show you is this one behind me. This is a 4-tier cake, just for something a little bit different in black. Just bring that part forward. This is actually a steel cake frame, and it's like an open tier that you can incorporate into your design. And these are handmade white orchids. So you can have any flower put into that frame. And it's also, again, got the stenciling in gold and gold roses around the top. So black can be quite striking in your colour scheme, and the white just lifts it and makes it a little bit more bridal. So that particular cake is £400 plus the price of your frame. I think that's all I've got to show you today. As I say, if you're interested in having a cake taster box, I can hand deliver those out up to 10 miles away. In excess of 10 miles, there will be a small delivery fee, and those sample boxes are £20. And I'm going to do those once a month. So the first dates I'm going to do those will be in a couple of weeks' time. So keep your eye on my Facebook page, and I'll update you as to when the next delivery date will be. So if you're interested, please contact me on Facebook. You can find me on @LaresandLemons, or search me under Lares and Lemons Cake Design, or call me on 01924 828 187 or 07831 727 419. I look forward to seeing you soon. And if you've had any questions that I've missed, I'll catch up with you later, and I'll make sure I answer those for you. Take care, and I hope to chat soon. Bye bye.